Well, we're pretty kick-ass.
You sound pretty confident about that.
I don't know if I believe it. Sorry, I keep resorting to humor. But...
No, it's great. I love it. I'm surprised I'm not doing more of that.
Yeah, well, it kind of invalidates the conversation a little bit, and that's why I've been trying to hold back.
This is Libby Road and the Sound Epistemology Podcast. We've reached number 20 on the Street Epistemology Survey, the survey that encourages us to take a deeper look at our relationship with truth. And this one involves how comfortable we are with the unknown. We also explore better ways of having this discussion with others. We hope you find this episode beneficial. Here's number 20. I am comfortable with saying I don't know. We both say strongly agree.
I'd have to say this is one of your dichotomies, because it feels like you've got a couple different types of people conducting themselves in this world. There are those that are comfortable saying I don't know, and that's just a given, and then there are those that are not comfortable saying I don't know, and that's a given. Maybe there's some gray area, maybe there's some foot in both camps, but it seems like it's just sort of a given that you're either comfortable saying you don't know or you're not, and you never do.
That's the dichotomy.
I think so, yeah. I think that's why I strongly agree. Because I fucking am glad to say I don't know.
Nice.
It's pretty rare that I will try and weigh in on something that I know nothing about. And if I start to catch myself doing so, there's such a feeling of repulsion, and
you have ways to recognize that. That's good.
As or before it comes out of my mouth, typically. Unless I'm high or drunk, and then any old shit will come out of my mouth sometimes. But even then it's like, oh, what did I say? I think that's why I don't like drinking that much anymore, because some really dumb shits come out of my mouth where I don't know would have been a lot better choice. Yeah, there's just an uncomfortableness in me speaking with authority on things that I don't know anything about. I think that's part of that intuition as well, of like, you know what, just don't say anything, there's no need. That's a way stronger feeling than any kind of I want to be heard or look at me, which I have plenty of that, but not at the expense of speaking up about things I know nothing about. And I think I have a repulsion towards, again, it's come up before, I really have a repulsion to people that would speak up on things they know nothing about. It's just such a strange personality trait. But I've said a mouthful. Where are you at with this?
I am probably more comfortable saying I don't know than saying anything else.
Than the things you do know.
I'm usually more confident about not knowing something than confident that I do know it.
Okay. This is that 99% thing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I love it when other people say I don't know.
Right? It seems like a sign of strength to me.
Yes, not
comfort
weakness.
in your own skin. What did you say?
Not instead of weakness.
Right.
I know some people that think saying I don't know is a sign of weakness.
Right. Sure. Yeah.
Like we talked about, employers in the past that say it'd be better if you said an answer rather than no answer, and no answer to me is I don't know. If I had said strongly disagree, what question would be a good one to ask me, do you think?
To find out if you would bullshit your way through an answer or say, I don't know?
Yeah, if I were to say the statement, I am comfortable with saying I don't know, if I were to say I strongly disagree with that,
Mm-hmm.
what would be a good question to ask me?
Explain the exposure triangle to me.
The exposure triangle?
When it comes to still and moving photography.
Oh, well...
Are you pretending that you're this person?
Yeah, am I
Okay.
role-playing now?
Sure. I actually want that.
Yeah. If I were role-playing, I could say something like, well, there's this idea of aesthetics that you learn in photography that causes the picture to be more pleasing to the eye of the viewer.
And that's the exposure triangle?
If I'm still role-playing, I would say that would probably be the best that I could do.
Oh, okay. So you'd get in, you'd slip into an, I don't know, space maybe. But you started out with a lot of, I think grabbing for buzzwords, grabbing for like, well, I think I heard someone say shutter speed, and then fucking coming up with some bullshit on the spot.
Yeah.
Which you kind of started to do. That's why I was smiling.
Yeah. And I did that on purpose. Because we're role
Because you're
playing.
emulating the person that would have that,
But
you see it all the bloody time.
Yeah.
I've done it.
Yeah.
God knows I've done it. It sickens me to do it. It sickens me to, what am I, as I'm saying it, let's just shut the fuck up and ask questions.
Yeah.
And so now I'm comfortable shutting the fuck up and asking questions.
Yeah, so how could you, what question could you ask me if I were to disagree with this to cause me to reconsider?
Yeah. I suppose I could say, is it okay to not know?
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's a great question to ask. Is it okay to not know? Is it okay for you to not know?
Mm-hmm.
How could we turn that into an open question where it wouldn't be a yes or no answer?
Yeah. Can you give me an example of something that you don't know the answer to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you don't know, why is that bad?
Yeah, and is that okay?
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Going through these exercises, I think it's almost like a training exercise on what question could I ask that could cause the person to maybe rethink something, what, because that's kind of the goal, is to have somebody, whether they're true or not, have them rethink it, review it.
Would it be accurate to say the goal is where you find someone locked to help unlock?
That is a goal, I think. I think that is a goal. How do we create a safe place for them to investigate their own beliefs that they're possibly closed-minded about?
And possibly wrong about.
Yeah.
And be able to be comfortable admitting that I might be wrong about this.
Right.
Because that's not an easy piece of news to
Right.
discover, that
Right.
I might be wrong about this.
Especially if this is something I've believed my whole life. It's something that my society has told me is true.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to look forward to promises in the future about it. It's a part of my identity. it affects the way I behave, yeah, that can be disturbing.
But awesome too, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's where we're in accord. We have
Yeah.
that curiosity of,
Yeah.
oh, I'm wrong about that? That's kind of interesting. Not always.
Yeah.
It's devastating. But there's a level of,
Mm-hmm.
all right, well, there's more to be learned here.
Yeah. And if we would rather know
Right.
and be sad about it,
Mm-hmm.
then I think we will believe more true and less false things.
Yeah. Yeah.